Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your December 1st through 10th, 2018 reading for you. And I can't believe that we are now up to December. I know I'm a bit ahead of everything, I think like a month or so, but this is absolutely amazing. I am using the Green Witch Tarot deck because it is absolutely beautiful, and it is one of my more gentle tarot decks, and I love it. That's the message that I'm trying to convey here with these readings, is just a place of peace and love and prosperity. It's that place of calm, and I hope that's what you get from these readings, is just a place of calm and a bit of a kind of pick-me-up, because I think the world is cruel and mean, and it's not, something that we need to have a daily dose of, is being put down. This is a place to kind of build you up. All right, so we are going to see what these 10 days have in store for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. And I love the illustration. It's just so beautiful. Well, that's beautiful. Okay. You have a lot of major arcana cards. You have the Strength card, the Chariot, the Moon, and the Magician here. They have different names, but this is what they are in kind of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And you have prosperity around you. You have the Pentacles. You have a lot of Pentacles. And you are embracing your mind, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. I have to say, Taurus, I love your sign because you guys and the Taurians that I know are so focused. You have a goal, you have a dream, and you set out to achieve it, and that's it. It is beautiful. I love that sort of commitment that you have to yourself and to those around you. And now your commitment is to embracing your strength, but also to embracing what it is that you want, the prosperity that you want in your life. We're starting with the 10 of Cups. This is embracing family. This is sitting there and saying, I want peace, I want happiness, I want harmony in my life. And that's what you're defending. Excuse me, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You are defending the peace and the harmony and the prosperity that you want in your life. You're not sitting there and saying, I'm just going to be lackadaisical about this, anything is fine. No, you have a plan, you have a dream, and this is kind of what you want. You want to have that serenity and that security, and be able to sit there and say, this is what I've worked towards. Now, it might not be the couple with the child, kind of dream, but it is knowing that your prosperity is there. It is knowing that your happiness and your harmony is there. For those of you who want a committed family life, this is what you're going to be achieving. There's a balance that has to happen. There are fears that have to be overcome, but this is what you're going to be achieving. For those of you who want a security of home, this is what this card is saying. Where you hang your hat, the people you say are your family, the people that your soul calls to when there are times of trouble, that's your family. And you're being able to sit there and just simply enjoy them, simply love what you are achieving and what you have worked so hard for, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And you have worked so hard for this that at times I think you're afraid that it's all going to come tumbling down, that it can't be this good, that things can't finally be moving forward in the way that you want them to. The Page of Athame, the Page of Swords, is you focusing on your wisdom, but also calling for help. Okay, this doesn't mean that you're going through tough times. This doesn't mean that you need somebody to come and rescue you, but this is saying that you're calling on a higher power. See how she has the sword, like the little knife, the Athame, pointed to the moon. Wisdom, and the owl right here, wisdom. She's invoking wisdom to come to her, to help her, as she tries to, create a spell, gain understanding, move forward in her earthly understanding. Yeah. That's what you're doing, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You are moving forward in your earthly understanding. You are facing fears, and you are invoking your own personal strength and courage to get you to the place that you want to be. You are sitting there like this girl here with absolute faith of purpose, whatever your faith may be, and even if it's just faith in yourself, and I say faith just, not lightly. Okay, most people sit there and they hem and they haw and they doubt that they could ever do it. You can do it. You are moving forward. With the Strength card, with the Crone card here, I love the old woman and the lion. Okay, the crone and the lion. Because when you think of somebody who is old, especially, and I'm saying in American culture, but in Western culture, we sit there and we kind of think that the old don't have the wisdom, don't have the worth that they do. They do. They hold wisdom, they hold knowledge. They've lived so much longer than we have. And we can obtain so much just by listening. And that's what the crone is saying here. To listen. To know that your strength doesn't come through being able to, bench press anything. Okay? She looks frail. She looks like somebody you would underestimate. But along her walks a lion. Absolute strength, absolute courage, absolute, power of self. That's what you are embracing. That's where you are going towards Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You are embracing your strength. Even if people are sitting there thinking that you are weak, you have a game plan, and your game plan is to absolutely make it. Your game plan is to leave everybody else in the dust because you are facing your fears. And even though you might be sitting there kind of shaking in your boots towards Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, your poker face is so good that nobody's going to know it. Nobody's going to sit there and say, oh my gosh, they're afraid. Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe Taurus, thinks that they can handle it. They obviously can't. No, they think that you can because you can. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. There's something about the moon here. There's something about wisdom that is going to come to you at night, or wisdom that is just going to come to you as you embrace your true self, your authentic self, that is going to be beautiful. And it's going to mean that you move forward. The battle wagon is the Chariot. You move forward in strength. You move forward in absolute purpose. And I love that these two cards are next to each other. Because if you look at him, if you saw him charging down the path at you, you would be afraid. If you saw her walking before you saw the lion, you would not be. So there's a sense that you are being underestimated, but you are moving forward with absolute determination of self, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And you are having prosperity come your way, the Four of Pentacles. You are moving. See how he took those pentacles down? And he's moving them there to be more prominent. Okay? And the person who looks through the door can now see that prosperity. You are moving your prosperity forward. You are moving your prosperity to a place that people can see it. Will that get you resentment from some people? Yeah, it will. It definitely will. They will sit there and say, you didn't really earn this. You don't really need this. You don't need the prosperity, the joy, the happiness that is coming your way. I need it. Because that's the way people think. And I don't know why. They think that life is limited, that there is only so much joy, so much happiness, so much of something in the world. And if you have it, they can't. That's not true at all. If you have joy and if you have prosperity, then you can bring that joy and prosperity to others. And that is what you're doing. It's not saying that you are thinking of other people before yourself, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, because I know this might sound selfish, but you have to think of yourself first. You have to think of your home. This is you protecting the prosperity in your home and making it more prominent, letting people see what you are truly worth. And this is people looking through the window and saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know. I didn't know they had that going for them. In work, it's using that prosperity, using your mind to invoke new bounty coming your way that's going to make your home life easier. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to happen all at once. In school, okay, this is sitting there and this is really looking at your talents, your personal talents, and saying, this is what I want. This could be, sitting there reorganizing things if you're not interested in work or at school, reorganizing things within your life and showing people that you have so many more gifts. Actually, I think it's you realizing that you have so many more gifts than you thought you did, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And that gives you this ability to just kind of charge forward. And people are sitting there a little bit gobstopped, a little bit dumbfounded that you actually are achieving what it is that you achieve. Some of them might have even have written you off, sit there and thought, oh, they can't possibly do this, or thought, oh, they don't look like they could be that successful. You know what I'm saying? Like you're understated, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You don't need to be flashy. You don't need to be showy, but you have the ability to achieve amazing things, and you are balancing your prosperity But there's a sense that as you're balancing your prosperity, these are your clarifying cards. With the Two of Pentacles, as you're balancing your prosperity, there's also a balance of thoughts of when times were rough, when things were bad. And you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, but I'm moving forward in prosperity, in truth, in bounty, in what I want in my life. And I know I can do it. Okay? And you're holding up this pentacle towards the sun, not this pentacle towards the storm clouds. Okay? You are embracing your prosperity and your truth. And by doing so, you are creating a potion for your life. Now, this card, yes, is hocus pocusy, but it doesn't mean magic. It means sitting there and seeing how profoundly talented you are and coming to terms with that on this earthly plane, using it to bring prosperity into your existence. You're embracing your prosperity and you're moving forward in your truth, using your wisdom, your wealth. And it doesn't have to be financial wealth. It could be, your wealth of knowledge, your wealth of anything you value as much as money. Okay, because when we say wealth, everybody always thinks, okay, I'm going to be rich. There are different ways to be rich, and there are things that are profoundly important to each and every one of us that doesn't really have to do with money all the time. But there is a sense here of that prosperity becoming more prevalent in your life, of you learning to balance your light and your dark. Okay, I get it. Your light and your dark, and that's not a bad thing. People always sit there and think, oh, dark, that's bad. No, you can't have the day without the night, and both of them have their equal beauty. And that's what you're balancing. You're balancing showing the world your talents and being quiet and introspected with those talents. Okay? And by doing that, you are going to bring forth the prosperity that you want. I always think of the pentacles here. Think of this as, I believe it's the Petronian man in Da Vinci, the man spread out, kind of looking like a star. That's what you're doing. You're embracing your wisdom. You're embracing the four elements. You are using every power that you have to move forward and be your greatness. And that's where your magic comes in, that divinity of your truth, okay? That universal understanding of your power and your bounty. And you're making like a stew out of it. It takes time. It takes time, okay? Because the stew, has to cook for hours and hours and hours. You're marinating it. You're embracing your wisdom with the crow above. But you're also embracing the sorrows that have gone through life, that you have gone through in life to move you forward. Okay, so this is how it's going down. Because wisdom is at your center. Prosperity is being seen. You're moving forward in your strength. Yeah. You are invoking your wisdom, your truth, your understanding. And again, the moon means something very powerful here for you. Taurus, sun, moon, or ascendant. You're embracing that wisdom. You're embracing that understanding. You're facing fears. You're letting the night guide you, okay? You're letting quiet, solitude, solace be your guide. As you embrace your mind, you're seeing your talents and you're moving them to a place that is more prevalent within your home, within yourself. This could even be the temple of your own existence, okay? Think of it as your body. And people are starting to see that you have so much more going for you than they thought you did. Now you're walking in strength. And where they once underestimated you, now they're seeing that there is power to what it is that you are saying and what it is that you are doing. You are moving forward in confidence and competence. Nothing is stopping you as you achieve the peace and serenity that it is that you desire, that bounty of soul that you want, Taurus, sun, moon, or ascendant. So by embracing who it is that you are balancing the two elements of your soul, the light and the dark. Okay? And it doesn't mean the good and the bad at all. What it means is your dual natures. It means the part that usually shines through and then the part that usually keeps quiet. Now they're coming into harmony with each other. And you are creating the potion of your existence. Okay, and this doesn't mean the hocus pocus. This means that you are kind of on simmer right now. And people are starting to see that you are achieving and succeeding in ways that they never imagined and that you might have only dreamed of late at night when you sat there and said, okay, this is how I want to move forward. This is what I want from my life. Your subconscious message is the Seven of Wands. Again, there's almost a sense of choosing what it is that you show the world. Because she has all these wands here, and she's choosing this one. She could be putting it back on the shelf for display, but I feel here that she's choosing it. and saying, this is what I'm going to show the world. This is one aspect of my talents, one aspect of my glory, and I'm sharing it. And I'm creating the magic that I want in my life. And that's using your inner power, your inner understanding, the bit of divinity that is within you to create the joy and the happiness that you want from life. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This has been long coming. This has been something that you have fought hard for, and you have fallen along the way. Do not think that you are going to fall again. I mean, it's not that you're never going to fall. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that you have learned your lessons, and you are moving forward, embracing your truths, and letting the world see all the prosperity that you have achieved. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.